Hello, John Bloodworth, Gentleman Crafter here with assembly instructions for your mini folding diorama card with envelope. So this one's a three-dimensional card that does fold flat and fits inside an envelope for posting. Now this is the envelope. The cut file for that is also included in your cut file set. And then here is a card that I have gone on to decorate. You'll receive the cut files for the card base itself, so you'll be able to make the three-dimensional structure and the envelope. You'll just need to raid your craft stash for the embellishments. Here's a closer look. As you can see, it's sort of like a tunnel card, but I've gone with the word diorama just because we can create scenes within it as well. So that's the card. Let's now zoom out and grab all the bits that we need to make this. Okay, here are the parts. Now there's two side panels. Each has 6 slits in it. That's not easy to say. And it also has a little arrow notch at the top of each side. So make sure you're aware of that, because those slots don't fit directly in the center. The front panel has no side tabs whatsoever. You've then got 3 panels that will fit within the middle of the structure. Each of these has 2 pairs of tabs on either side, or hooks. And you'll be able to tell which one goes where by the size of the heart at the top. And then you've got a plain back panel piece. And the envelope is cut in one piece, and you basically fold in the sides, apply some glue, and then stick the base to that. And that gives you a basic envelope. Now for the sides, I do highly recommend using a fine-tipped scoring stylus of some sort and just accentuating the dashed score lines down either side of those side panels. This is going to give you a very sharp and neat crease for those. And there's only one on each side, so it's an easy, quick job. Don't worry if you haven't. But when you fold them, just be careful and also maybe use something flat like a bread knife, not a bread knife, a butter knife, to flatten those down and make sure they're nice and creased. Then, with again something sharp and pointy, just tease open those slots on each side panel. I'm only doing it from one side. You might want to do it from both. It's just really to give us good access for the tabs when we come to put this together. Speaking of which, let's make a start on that. So we'll put our back panel to one side for now, and we'll take the next one up from that. So that should have the smallest heart at the top of that panel. Take one of the tabs, and from the back of the side piece, slide it in and under, like you see me doing here. Then go to the bottom and insert its brother. And then pull it down until those hooky bits have locked in place. That was just a close-up view of doing it. I'll just speed up a little bit now, but do the rest and show you them all in sequence so you're totally on board with what's going on. So next I go for the next up, which is again the next size heart. And you should basically then work your way forward until you've got the biggest heart with the side tabs done. So you should have 3 basically in place. And then just wiggle them around just to make sure that they'll move around. And don't worry about sort of giving it a little bit of a push. Next, you're going to work in the mirror image of that on the other side panel. So again, working on the back of the side panel, you're going to slot that first one in, then do the second, and then do the one nearest to you, the third. Then again, just give it a wiggle, make sure it moves. And now you can already see how that's going to fold flat. So for the front and the back, basically what we're going to do is fold in those scored side panels on the left. Sorry, not panels plural, panel singular. Fold in the panel on the tab on the left, and then position the top left corner of the front panel with the top left corner of that glued tab. Then we're going to keep everything flat, apply glue to the tab on the other side, which we haven't folded back, we've left as it is, and then again match the top right corner and also match the edge to the score line. It might lift up the left hand side a little bit. That is exactly what you want. And then basically we're going to flip it over and do the same on the back for the back panel. So whichever the outer one is, we're going to fold in, apply glue, stick down the panel, and then we'll move over to the left, apply glue, and then stick it down. And there is a logical reason for that, and that is purely because we need things to line up. If we start the other way around, it might not work as well. So just keep that in mind. Now, on the point of decoration, by the way, the decorated version that you saw me show at the start of this video, I actually decorated before I did any of this construction. So there's a tip for you. Might be worth bearing that in mind if you plan to use die cuts to decorate yours. And if you're using like a text die cut as I had, think about using parts of that decorative theme to hold the lettering together, because apart from the two sides there is nothing to hold that together, and when you fold the card it may accidentally cause some damage to that. Let me show you that again. So here's the envelope and here's the card, and as you can see I've stuck the butterfly to the background layer and the text to one of the other layers, and then just an assortment of flowers and die cut leaves to the other layers to make a little scene. Okay, that's that done. I hope you enjoy making yours.